Why smart people feel lonely. Have you ever noticed something strange? Some of the smartest people you know are also the loneliest. They think deeply. They understand the world in complex ways. Yet emotionally, they often feel disconnected, misunderstood, or invisible. This isn't because they are cold or distant. It's because their minds work differently. Let's explore why. Highly intelligent people don't just see what's happening. They see why it's happening. They pick up on hidden motives, emotional subtext, and contradictions in what people say. This makes conversation feel different for them. While others are comfortable with small talk, smart minds crave meaning. They want depth, honesty, and real connection. But most everyday conversations stay on the surface. So instead of feeling stimulated, intelligent people often feel bored, unheard, or emotionally disconnected, even in a room full of people. They aren't antisocial, they're understimulated. Another reason smart people feel lonely is because they question everything. They don't easily accept social norms, trends, or beliefs just because everyone else does. They think for themselves. But independent thinking comes at a cost. When your views don't match the group, you begin to feel like an outsider, not because you want to be different, but because you naturally are. And over time, being mentally different creates emotional distance. You stop feeling fully understood. Intelligent people also tend to be more self-aware. They see their flaws. They analyze their mistakes. They replay conversations in their minds. While this leads to growth, it also leads to overthinking. They worry about how they're perceived. They wonder if they said the wrong thing. They notice emotional shifts that others miss. This constant mental activity can create anxiety and emotional exhaustion, making social connection feel more draining than comforting. There's also a deeper reason. Smart people usually have high emotional depth. They don't just feel happiness or sadness, they feel it intensely. They reflect on life, meaning, and existence. But when you feel deeply in a shallow world, loneliness grows because very few people want to talk about fear, purpose, dreams, or inner struggles. So, intelligent people often learn to stay quiet, even when their minds are full. Another key reason is that smart people have higher standards for connection. They don't want many relationships, they want meaningful ones. They look for emotional honesty, intellectual depth, and real understanding. But those are rare. So instead of surrounding themselves with people who don't truly get them, they stay alone. Not because they don't want connection, but because they want real connection. There's also the problem of being misunderstood. Smart people are often labeled as too quiet, too serious, too intense, too different. So they slowly learn to hide parts of themselves. They laugh when they don't feel amused. They stay quiet when they have something meaningful to say. They downplay their intelligence so they don't stand out. And when you hide who you are, loneliness grows, even among friends. But here's the truth. Smart people aren't lonely because something is wrong with them. They're lonely because they see more, feel more, and think more. Their minds are wired for depth in a world that prefers distraction. And that difference creates distance. The good news? Loneliness isn't permanent. When intelligent people find even one person who truly understands them, the loneliness fades. One real connection is worth more than 100 shallow ones. So, if you feel lonely because you think deeply, it doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're built differently. And somewhere, there are people who speak your language. If this video resonated with you, you're not alone, even when it feels that way. And that understanding itself is powerful.